Hello and welcome to another short drawing lesson. This week we've got a very easy one for you. It's the Tamiya Rough Rider. I think it's called the Buggy Champ now. It's kind of closely based on the sort of buggies you'd see in the Baja 1000 back in the mid-70s. So the first thing we'll do is the front wheel over here. I'm going to do this in motion, so I'm deliberately making egg-shaped wheels instead of round ones. It will give it a bit of, we're going to go in this direction, so it's giving it a bit of forward motion. It's going to be springing through the air as well, so I'm trying to get a bit more sort of liveliness into the car. So the second wheel is going to be 2 wheels further back. 1, 2, sort of a generous 2 wheels. The next wheel is going to be a bit bigger than the first one. And again, I'm going to make this, because it's going to be bouncing through the air, I'm going to make this lean the other way, so it's kind of like a spring. So bigger than the other one. There we go. And now, if we put the centres of the wheels in, the bottom of the car is kind of level with the centres of the wheels there. Could go a tiny bit up if you like, just to make it kind of feel more like it's springing and the wheels are drooping down. Bottom of the car, which just pokes out the front. Then we've got a straight front there. Now we need a nice straight line that goes all the way from there, just skims the tops of both wheels and sticks out the back of it. There we are. Now we'll just add a little section beneath that. So let's do the back edge here. That's just, I don't know, it's about 1/3 of a wheel, something like that, just down there. And then we'll add a little section beneath here, just so it's, and that can drop down to the floor just in front of the wheel like that. So that's the sort of shape of our plastic body. Now we need, if we find our halfway mark, go up from there. That's about where we want a little arrow, which is going to be where the windscreen starts. But underneath the passenger bit, we've got just this extra parallel section here. It's difficult to explain. And at the point where you've got this vertical, you've got a little curve, and then a slightly sloping slope, and a slightly more sloping slope at the front. That's going to be your windscreen area. And then you can finish that off with a roof if you like, which extends beyond that line slightly. And now we can curve the front of the nose there and bring that all the way up to there. So hopefully you'll get a slightly widening kind of wedge shape going up to the windscreen. Once you've got extended past here a little bit, you can join that onto the back. And there's your basic buggy shape. We need to add a box on the side. So we've got a vertical there, a slightly shorter vertical, because you can just see the top edge of it. There we are. So we've got a box on the side. And there's also a bit of a cutout just ahead of this tyre. Vertical there, just another box. We've got a bit of the engine, the electric motor if it's the radio control one, sticking out there, and a little cage just to protect everything sticking out the back. At the front we've got a bumper, and then just, if you imagine a rectangle pointing towards the centre of this front wheel, just at an angle, we've got a shock absorber which has a sort of strut coming out like that, and on the front of it we've got those nice KC daylighter headlights, and there's one of those on the roof too. So we've got all the basic stuff down, so now we can start making it look a bit more three-dimensional and fun. So we'll show the wheel on the far side and at the back as well, and we'll darken the underside, and we'll shade in all of this because that's all dark in there, and all this. We can firm up all of these undersides of things because they all have a bit of extra shadow on. The wheel on the far side can also be shaded in. We'll add a bit of detail to our tyres because they're quite a key part of the design. So we've got quite a deep set hub, 5 sort of star-shaped wheels there. You could even show the text on the tyre if you like. And the rear one is quite a knobbly tyre, so we probably ought to at least hint at those notches around the edge of the tyre. The front one's smooth, but it's still got a nice sort of set-in hub and the star shape. Some bolts. And we probably ought to have a driver. There he is holding onto the steering wheel. We can shade him in dark as well, partly to hide my bad drawing. And we'll darken the underside of the roof because we can see up inside there. A bit firm up that strut holding the windscreen. And now we should put a few decals on. So we've got sort of a shield shape there and an oval, a round one just there. Some big letters. Here we've got number 110, but you can make any number you like. We've got another box-shaped sticker there, and a round one, and another 110, a black one this time. Sticking out on this back bit, we've got the aerial. And we'll put a few little whiz lines on the tyres to show they're moving. And now's the fun bit. These cars can do big jumps, can't they? So we'll put the ground really far away from the car. And some clouds of dust, loads of bits of gravel and rocks flying about. A whiz line behind if you like, and a few more bits of gravel just for good measure, and probably a few scuffs and bits of dirt on the car as well. Wouldn't take long for this to get messed up. And there we have it, the Tamiya Rough Rider. Hope you found that fun. Let me know in the comments how you got on and if there's any cars you'd like me to try next. Otherwise, like and subscribe. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon.